Hey, so I came across this hilarious meme this week that I think totally sums up what life is like right now, and it's partly why I'm outside on my porch doing this video for you guys, okay? So here it is. Anyone else feel like life's being written by a fourth grader right now? And there was this virus and everyone was scared, and then the world ran out of toilet paper. Yeah, and then there was like no school for a month, and then it snowed. That's how I feel life is right now. And right now, today, it's snowing where I'm at. So yeah, life is kind of an uphill, as I'm sure you well know. I've been thinking about you all a lot the last couple of weeks and praying for you, as I know that life is a little crazier than normal. And I've even seen in my own life some interesting scenarios and interesting things that God's been doing and working, even as there's been crazy all around us. And definitely the world does seem to have gone a little bit crazy lately. I had to tell you a story about something that God did for me these last couple of weeks. It's a small thing, but has really bolstered my faith. And I'm hoping that maybe it can be an encouragement to you as we face these really weird times in life right now. So I do my grocery shopping every couple of weeks, and my trip at the beginning of March had gone normally. I'd seen normal things on the shelves. What I didn't realize was that between that trip and then the one that I needed to take halfway through, which is just a couple days ago, halfway through the month, that life was going to go nuts. And when I went to the grocery store and was hearing, actually even in between times, but when I went this last Friday, the shelves were emptied out. There's no toilet paper, there's no soup, there's no water, there's just a lot of things that are gone, and the stores are having a really hard time keeping up. And I had kind of heard whispers of this in between, that trip at the beginning of March and now, and I was like, okay, and I kind of was trying to look for TP of all things because we were almost out in my house, but I couldn't find any. Well, after my last trip on Friday, most recent trip, I realized this was going to turn into a dire thing. We're down to like about 3 rolls in my house, and I'm like, okay, Lord, you know that we need this. This is a necessity of life, and I don't know where I'm going to find this. I started to call around to different stores, and they were all out. I started to ask, when will your shipments come in? Can I come and just wait in line to get some? Because we're really kind of in dire straits, and it was just proving really hard. And I must have called, oh my goodness, 6 or 7 different stores and tried different places at different times of day. I even tried ordering some online, and one store said that they had it in stock and they let me go ahead and order it and pay for it. And then a couple days later, I found out that it wasn't true. And that ended up being a whole thing in and of itself. But I just was starting to get really frustrated, and it was really hard for me to just continue to stand in faith. So I'm like, Lord, this is a small thing, but it's a necessity, and how in the world am I going to find this? So I kept praying, asking the Lord, and he just kept reminding me that he cares about us. And he directed me to some stuff I'd been studying recently in Luke 12 about how he cares for the birds and the flowers. And if he does that, he cares for us even more. And he's going to take care of our needs. And I had gone to the store couple different times, obviously, in the last few days, but one in particular, I had gotten some information from a manager about when I should come and when their trucks would come in, and I was so excited. And I went that morning, and they didn't have an ETP for me, and I was really, really discouraged. And that day, the Lord directed me to 1 Peter 5:7, which is a verse that I have known for probably my whole life, but it's really taking on some special meaning for me in this time, even in this situation. And I want to read to you from the Amplified Version. Casting all your cares, all your anxieties, all your worries, and all your concerns, once and for all, on him. For he cares about you with deepest affection and watches over you very carefully. And that verse just kind of sank down into my soul. Like, oh man, Lord, I know this is true, and I want to cling to this, even as you're promising that you'll provide. Later on that day, when I had kind of reached a point where I'm like, okay, Lord, if you don't provide this soon, we're going to have to resort to using Kleenex or something else. It's not good for the sewer system. I went back to the store one more time, as the manager had instructed me. And as I pulled into the parking lot, I saw this man coming out of the store, and he had this huge package of what I thought was paper towels up on his shoulder. And I kind of drove past. I must have looked like a complete freak, but I kind of drove up past him really slowly, and I was peering out the window, and come to find out it says toilet tissue on the side, and I just about freaked out. Like, Lord, there's some here at the store. Oh my word, I can find some. So I raced to park my car and ran inside, and sure enough, there was more than enough for many of us to be able to get a package that we needed. And of course, people were buying it as quickly as it showed up. But I was so grateful, and I went home praising the Lord. And even now, when I go into my bathroom, I'm just so thankful. I'm like, Lord, thank you for taking care of our needs. And I don't tell you that story to be like, yay, everything turned out perfectly. Isn't God great? He is great. And this story did end happily. But I share that story because I hope that in this time of a little bit of insanity around us, and when there are so many tough things that are going on, and we need to be wise with our health and wise with our space, and looking around and seeing what other people are doing, and where if I'm honest, fear is actually reigning in a lot of places right now. We need to cling even more to Jesus. And I want to say that is what I'm trying to do in my own heart and my own life, and seeing how good he is and how he takes care of us, because we know that he cares so much for us with deepest affection. And I hope that you will cling to that encouragement and that truth about our God, even as the world doesn't look the way that we thought it would at this moment. Take care.